You're supposed to relocate there? Yeah, I like Cebu City. I like it here. It's nice. It's a great little town. I do feel like for guys who are just coming to the country, I feel it's probably the perfect spot to kind of come. I think there's a couple regions, right? Let's go out to the map. Let's add the stage. We'll bring this back to the map. I think there's a couple regions. We can talk about that really quick because I think it's kind of key. So here we are in Cebu City, right? If you look at all of the Philippines, you're talking about the central region right here. It's called the Visayas. So here in Cebu City is really that perfect place to start. You can just get your kind of feet wet here, get tied in with immigration, and that it just makes it simple. If you're kind of more of a city guy, or so the other city that I think is really good is Dumaguete. And I would suggest this and a lot of people know Dumaguete because, Paul and what's her name? Filipina P and all those guys are down there, right? So, but I wouldn't suggest Dumaguete for the city guy. I wouldn't. And I honestly, if it's even more than that, I wouldn't. If you're like a country guy, like you've lived on a farm, and I lived on a farm in South Dakota when I was a small kid. So I'm not bashing that. I'm just kind of trying to give some context to it, right? But I would say Dumaguete would work in that instance. If you're a small town guy and that's kind of really what you want, and the cities just really upset you, I would check out Dumaguete. And the other reason why that is because you've got you do have a foreigner presence there that you can go to, and you can freaking go to Ground Zero and have breakfast and meet guys and talk to guys, and then boom, go out to the country, right? That's what a lot of guys do. So you do have that foreigner presence there, which is really key, especially when you get here. But then you can also get out to the country. And the same thing with like Cebu, right? So Cebu would be for like most guys who are like city or even smaller kind of city kind of environment in the West. That's where you're coming from. Come to Cebu, meet the foreigner guys and kind of get your feet wet in that, and then boom, move out. Iloilo would be another option, but that to me would be similar to Dumaguete, where you'd really want to be, there's not a big foreigner presence there in Iloilo. I mean, it's growing, but Iloilo to me would be like that second city. Like you got here in Cebu, you got established, and now you want to go check out some other areas, and you still want a city. That's how I would describe Iloilo, as more that second option. Another place to start, so you got Cebu City to start, you got Dumaguete to start. Another option would be Manila and BGC and Makati. And for this type of person, like if you're coming from New York, you're coming from LA, that's who I would suggest to go there, right? So yeah, Cebu City for most of us to start, Makati, BGC for the big city guys like New York and LA that you're used to that city living, you want those amenities, and then Dumaguete for the country guys, right? That's what the pathway to that. And then, once you, like me, right? Like once you get out to Cebu City and you've been here for a while, where the hell am I? There we are. Once you get out to Cebu City and you've been here for a while, then you know what? You go check out like Ormoc, you go check out like Iloilo, right? You go check out some of these areas that are around. Yeah, that's kind of the pathway I would recommend for a lot of guys who are coming to live out here, and just even check it out, right? Even Bohol, right? You start here in Cebu and you kind of check out Bohol in that region. So yeah,